Sagittarius, Happy New Year and welcome to January. We start January off with a Mars-Jupiter opposition. See, they're both at 21 degrees, coming from Aquarius and Mars in Aquarius and Jupiter in Leo. Of course, Leo's a fire sign. You're a fire sign, so that's very positive for you. But it is an energy. If you want to capture it, you have to get in the current of it. And where is the current? The current for you will be to capture, to look, to expand, to take advantage of opportunities that have to do with expanding your education and your knowledge, what you know. It's also suggesting expanding your spiritual vision, knowing what you know, knowing what you don't know, and learning even more. Of course, we can't go into January without noticing the fact that Saturn has now gone into your sign of Sagittarius. And therefore, over the next 2.5 years, when it will be traveling through, there will be an undercurrent of being serious about being true to yourself. It will change over the next 2.5 years. You won't feel until it crosses over your sun. You might not necessarily make the changes, but there will be a whisper that is saying, am I being true to myself? I must be true to myself, which is one of your themes anyways. And the full moon in Cancer, so the January full moon is on January 4th, and it is emphasizing a balance between what you want to do in terms of taking care of your own, this is a money house, your own resources, your own finances, but it's also about your resources in terms of what you can do in life, what you have to give, your talents. It's a very intense full moon. The sun's connected to Pluto, so there's this transformational energy. But what is it, where you're transforming? Understanding the gifts that you have, your own innate talents, and develop them. And be able to acknowledge that other people, there's other people or other resources out there that you can use, that you can build upon. You don't have to build everything from scratch. Learn what are the mistakes of others so you don't have to make the same mistakes. Build upon other people's knowledge and resources too. We have Mars going into Pisces on the 12th of January. Now, the 12th of January, there can be a subtle switch, a subtle shift in energy where the month began with all this promise of that Jupiter-Mars opposition. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then it goes into Pisces, and the motivation gets scattered. And you may even feel overwhelmed with everything, the new year imposing upon you of everything that needs to get done. Yet, this Mars and Pisces energy, Pisces squares your sign, so it's still like a little bit of an elbow rub. Hey, make sure you're not forgetting what you need to do. And now that Mars is in Pisces, it's suggesting to put motivation and energy into understanding your subconscious motivations, your upbringing, what you were taught to believe, whether or not it's helps you or hinders you. The new moon in Aquarius is on the 20th, and it's the same day the sun goes into Aquarius. So now we have this Aquarius party, sun, moon, Mercury, Venus. And by the way, Mercury goes retrograde the 21st. Rethinking. All this air energy is in a sector of your world that represents becoming detached about your ideas. And yet, so you can become detached to figure things out, which is a very good way to use this energy. Let me think of it like a scientist. Let me become detached and figure out what I need to do. The the difficulty of this energy is can be becoming very fixed. No, I know I'm right about something. I just know I'm right. And even if you are right, it doesn't always forward your cause when somebody's not ready to hear it. And I know you know what I mean. You may know something. You may have a very strong opinion about something. Yet it doesn't always help if you're trying to forward a cause, get closer in a relationship, to bombard a person who's not ready or able to hear it. So there could be some challenges that come up around that time. We also end this month with Venus going into Pisces. So Mars went into Pisces on January 12th. Venus goes into Pisces January 27th. Now, Venus in Pisces is very romantic. She wants the ideal. She's the dreamer, dreaming about what's possible. Doesn't care about how to make it happen, but I can dream, can't I? So there's a lot of dream energy. Because it is naturally square, Pisces is naturally square Sagittarius, there can be a kind of like a confrontation between your dreams and the reality. So here's my dreams, here's the possibilities. No, I don't want it, and the reality of what it will take to make it happen. But it is saying that this dream energy, what could be possible, that first everything starts in possibility. And this is in a sector of where you live, your home. So what's your dream home? Where's your dream location? It could be very positive for you to dream it, to daydream and envision it. And yet it may not be possible now because the reality, Saturn over here says, no, do you know what it would take to pick up a move or this, that, the other thing? But it needs to start in the dream form. And then the Saturn motivation, putting all of this together, building your resources, building your talent, building your financial situation, can support you in order to move into being able to have more of what you've always dreamt of and more of what the ideal is for you. So very happy New Year, and thank you for being a subscriber.